You are listening to the Disney Dream Girls, an unofficial Disney Think Packs podcast, and this is show number 371 for Sunday, the 25th of July, 2021.
Where dreams begin.
Well, hello and welcome to this week's Disney Dream Girls. My name is Michelle Young, and together with my jolly good friend Jane Phipps, we are your guides to the place where dreams begin. Hello there, Jane.
Hello there, Michelle. Are you as hot and sweaty as I am today?
Oh, I know. And I know for some people say, is that all your temperature, 88 degrees? And it's like, yeah, but try living in it when you don't have workplaces with air conditioning. You can't put a fan on because of COVID. And our homes don't have air conditioning either.
I know, it's so nice, isn't it, to drive home and to work when you've got air conditioning in the car.
I know. I was saying, I don't mind driving anywhere. I'll just sit in the car with the ignition on and the air conditioning because that's the only place I've got with aircon.
Yeah, maybe not the most environmentally friendly way of doing things, but we need the relief at the moment. Not that I'm moaning. I love it when it's nice and warm and sunny. Yes, it's just too much at the moment.
It is lovely, but we're not here to have a moan about the British weather, although it is the British #1 favourite pastime, as we say on every week's show, because we have got a whole smorgasbord of Disney to bring to you this week. But before we do, I want to give a bit of a shout out to one of our wonderful, well, a couple of our lovely listeners for the amazing heads up that they have given me. The wonderful Katie Smith made a trip to Chester Zoo.
Oh, okay.
And I have decided that I am going to go to Chester Zoo purely because of one of the pictures she posted.
I think I might know where this is going, Michelle. Do you want someone to come and accompany you just to make sure that you're safe?
Well, the invitation is open. Lovely Tracy Farley and myself have planned to go on a bit of a shop-a-thon over at their Cheshire outlets, and then we thought, well, it's not that far from Chester Zoo, so we've booked tickets for the next day to go to Chester Zoo, but the animals are a secondary thing. And I was chatting to people at work today and said, I'm so excited, I've got tickets to go to Chester Zoo, I'm going to have Dole Whip, and they were like, is that a new breed of animal? I didn't know. It's an ice cream. It's a non-dairy ice cream that I get at Disney, and I can get it at Chester Zoo. And I'm going to Chester Zoo to pay £27 entry just to have a Dole Whip.
This is the state of the world that we currently find ourselves in. I have to admit, Michelle, when I realised that they were doing it there, I even had exactly the same thought. And I thought, oh, I don't think I've ever been to Chester Zoo. I'm not really a zoo person, unless it's Animal Kingdom, which I know is not a zoo and all that. But the thought had even crossed my mind. I thought, ooh, Dole Whip.
Well, if any of our UK-based lovely listeners fancy a day out at the beginning of September at Chester Zoo for a bit of a mingle and a little bit of a Dole Whip-a-thon, let me know. Drop us an email, info@disneydreamgirls.com, or get in touch with us over on our Facebook page, because the more the merrier. Tracy and I have got our tickets for the zoo. Jane, you are tasked. 10 a.m. entry, please. Get yourself sorted, love.
Okie dokie.
But before we do, I got a digression. I also want to give another thank you to this wonderful lady who has blown my heart away with her generosity and kindness, and I will be sending her a shed load of Jaffa cakes, which I know she is partial to when the weather is not so melty. But the wonderful Marla Chan saw the Facebook post where I had got the Walt Disney World ears for Joseph and his name embroidered on the back of the ear hat.
Yeah.
And somebody had put on, oh, you really need Disneyland ones. And I said, yeah, well, I've got no chance of getting there. So the next thing I know, I'm getting a little picture from Marla. She's in Disneyland and she's gone and got him some ears.
Oh, bless.
And I'm like, I cannot believe you are the most angelic, wonderful person. And I just can't believe it. I am so stunned. And as I said, I will be sending you a big box of UK goodies over when it's not as melty. So thank you. My grandson really, really appreciates it. Well, he will do once he gets to Disneyland.
I think Grandma might appreciate it just a bit slightly more.
Yay! Right, Jane, are we going to do some history?
Crack on then.
So we're hopping to this day in history, 25th of July. And the first one, oh my word, I have just got started back into this on Disney Plus.
All right, okay, what's this?
Actress and comedian Estelle Getty is born Estelle Gentleman in New York City on this day in 1923, and she is best known for her portrayal of wisecracking Sophia Petrillo on The Golden Girls, which ran, surprisingly, only for 7 years. It seemed to have been screening forever.
Yeah, it's one of those series, isn't it? We only mentioned it actually just the other night. We saw it on Disney Plus, and we actually said, I wonder what it's like to watch now. So I think it will be on our to-do list at some point.
Yeah, I've started rewatching it and I'm absolutely loving it. The coloration is a little bit yellow for my liking, but yeah, wonderful actress, fantastic comedic timing, made a Disney legend a year after her passing in 2009, along with all her other fellow Golden Girls.
Lovely.
I know, bless her, R.I.P.
Mm-hmm.
Keeping on the same date, I'm going to go to another very, very sad R.I.P. moment.
Oh, okay.
And this is Disney legend Harriet Burns, passed on this day in 2008.
Oh.
The first ever woman hired by Disney Imagineering in a creative rather than an office capacity.
Trailblazer.
Yeah. 79 years of age, 31 years of service for the Disney company of designing, building prototypes for theme park attractions, as well as final products featured at Disneyland, New York's World Fair 1964. She was amazing. She stayed very, very active with the Disney company, and she was the only woman to have a window on Disneyland's Main Street, USA.
Wow.
The Artisan's Loft, handmade miniatures by Harriet Burns.
Fantastic.
Yeah. I've got one more, Janie. One more.
Far away.
So, the Coral Isle closed on this day.
The what now?
The Coral Isle closed on this day in 1998. Any idea of where this eatery was?
An eatery.
An eatery.
Coral Isle. It sounds somewhere... Well, I was going to say Animal Kingdom, but obviously that wouldn't have been open in 98, would it? So... something to do with islands? Oh, I'm grasping at straws now. Put me out of misery.
It opened at Walt Disney World's Polynesian Resort on the 1st of October 1971, and it closed on this day in 1998, and it eventually reopened 23rd of November 1998 as the Kona Cafe.
Oh, right.
I couldn't help but include that, and I thought, well, if we're going to be talking about the Coral Isle Cafe, let's have a little step back in history and have a little look at the menu.
Oh, okie dokie. This could be like a bit of a retro vibe then, couldn't it, this?
Some of the prices, Jane, are amazing. If I could go to Disney and pay these prices, wow.
Yeah, so when I said retro, it really will be retro prices then.
Yeah, soups for under $1. You know, you can get exotic salads. This is how exotic this time period was. The volcano, a mountain of chopped ham, white turkey meat, crisp bacon, tomatoes, cheese, and choice of dressing.
That sounds, I quite like the sound of that. I'm not sure that I would have used the word exotic to describe it nowadays, but I could do that.
$2.75.
I could definitely do it for $2.75.
I know. Amazing choices with the salads, and they're very reminiscent of what you're seeing today over in Jolly Holiday Bakery over in Disneyland, with your salads with your strawberry Melba sauce on the barley hay.
Ooh.
Lots of sandwiches, so you've got a Samoan baked ham, chicken or tuna salad, roast beef, and the Polynesian Resort Clubhouse, which was turkey, bacon, lettuce and tomato, all under $2.
Those prices are amazing, Michelle.
Yeah, but get what they had for $2.50, Jane.
What did they have for $2.50, Michelle?
A Monte Cristo.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Proper Monte Cristo.
Turkey, ham and Swiss cheese. Egg
Right.
fried to a golden brown, served with a fruit compote. So if they could do it at this restaurant eatery all the way back in time, why can't they do it there again?
Oh, we need to start a Twitter campaign, a hashtag, bring back the Monte Cristo to the Polly or something.
Yeah.
Something a bit more snappier than that. I have to admit, we'll have to think about it, Michelle. But come on, there's all these little campaigns that get all the media coverage for, make sure the noodles are there and one thing and another. So we could start a campaign.
Yeah. Monte Cristo for Kona Cafe.
Yes.
We started
Hashtag-
it.
Hashtag retro.
Yeah. Moving to the entrees, which range in price from $2.25 to $3.50 for the
Ooh.
broiled filet mignon.
Let's push the boat out then, shall we? $3.50 for meat for filet mignon.
But I must admit, broiled filet mignon with cottage cheese.
Wouldn't have been my natural accompaniment.
Yeah. Fried chicken Hawaiian, which has got grilled pineapple rings and French fried potatoes, $2.50. And then I think there's beef teriyaki steak with pineapple, most expensive item on the menu at $4.95.
I think what's getting me, Michelle, actually, with you reading these out, is the simplicity of all of these. We're so used to reading out menu items nowadays and coming across them, and they've all got some sort of aioli or a jus or something else on them. But these are very much like, oh, it's chicken with pineapple rings. End of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I just thought it was a really nice, cute little menu. It still has the wonderful, iconic, statue that you see in the entrance hall at the Polynesian as their logo. I thought it'd be a bit of fun to share with everybody.
Yeah, especially as Apollo's just kind of reopening again, isn't it, with all the new Moana themed rooms happening. So, yeah, very appropriate.
And while I'm mentioning the Polynesian, you see everything today's got a wonderful thread going through it.
It's like we think about this before we do it, Michelle.
I know. Trader Sam's. It's had its backstory menu changed.
Ah, okay.
So it says, Aloha, ahoy, ahe. Welcome to the mystery, romance and adventure of Trader Sam's Grog Grotto, you lucky people, you. Many years ago, legendary explorer Trader Sam was bitten by the bartending bug. Initially, we thought it was a big mosquito. Sam set sail and searched the Amazon, Congo, Vulcania, Polynesia, and every exotic locale in between for ingredients to mix into these magical libations. Along the way, collecting many of the items you see around you, souvenirs and gifts from all over the globe. Upon landing here on the shores of the Seven Seas Lagoon, our seafaring friend established this happy hideaway for all to enjoy. So welcome aboard, ashore, or whatever, or wherever you are. Cheers, cowabunga, tuluhu, kanape, suck 'em up, kungaloosh. And above all, relax and enjoy the time you spend with us here at the world-famous Trader Sam's Grog Grotto.
Oh, I like that.
And then it's signed off Skip, and it says Head Mechanic and Drink Slinger, Jungle Navigational Company Limited. P.S. It's taboo when two can drink from the same straw. Bit of COVID humour there. P.P.S. Stay clear of the tottering totems and thirsty cephalopods.
Right.
So, new menu, new backstory, and there's some amazing alcoholic beverages that you might be familiar with or may not.
Right, okay.
Still got the Ahoa Krakatoa Punch, Hippopotta Mai Tai, the Pago Pago cocktail, Angolada, Mosquito Mojito, and the Zombie,
Right.
renamed from Shrunken Zombie Head, and the Piranha Pool.
Right. So a couple of renames, but it's still the same drink.
Same drink, it's just, removing culturally insensitive items, I imagine. And there's other bits and pieces on the menu as well. It's a place I love to go, chill, have something to eat, and enjoy the ambience. But it's a tiny, tiny, cuddly up place.
It is, isn't it? Yeah. I think it was quite, I I think it took people by surprise this week when it reopened. I don't think it had been really particularly announced, had it? It kind of just snuck in there and reopened, which is quite nice, actually. Just nice to have something just reopen as a bit of a surprise and not have a big song and dance about it.
Yeah. And staying with the sort of theme of Polynesia, 1976 was a landmark year.
Was it?
Dole Packaged Foods became the sponsor of Walt Disney's Enchanted Tiki Room at the Disneyland Park, where they served Dole pineapple juice and fresh pineapple spears. 1983, Dole Packaged Foods became the new sponsor for the newly renamed Aloha Isle, which I believe was called the Veranda Juice Bar at the Magic Kingdom. And they also served pineapple juice and fresh pineapple spears. No Dole Whip yet.
I'm waiting.
It's coming, big drum roll. 1984. It was originally called the Dole Pineapple Whip, but was shortened to Dole Whip, and it was introduced at the Aloha Isle in the Magic Kingdom.
Right.
Took 2 more years to make its way over to the Tiki Juice Bar at Disneyland Park.
Okay.
And then in 2011, it's available over in the Aulani Resort. And then 2017, it was sailing the seas with the Disney Cruise Line.
Wow. There's loads of little reincarnations of it now as well, isn't it? It's become quite a thing within its own right.
Well, if you're in the United States, you're able to go out to many, many places and enjoy this. Before, it used to be quite an exclusive thing, and there's kits you can buy and there's recipes and whatever, but as you said, there are so many different types of Dole Whip incarnations that you can get now. Long gone are the days of just the pineapple.
I suppose it's going to be those fans that will want to have the classic, the untouched version. And then there's going to be a whole group of people that will be trying to make sure they can have one of every different sort going.
I know. It was the Dole Whip Day on the 19th of July, and there was a brand new Tamatoa inspired dip cone Dole Whip, which was raspberry with Dole Whip orange.
Yeah, I wonder if we'll get to the point where people will go, no, enough now. Let's just go back to what was always intended to be. Let's just stick to the original. I wonder if it'll, that have a tipping point where there's too many variations on a theme.
No.
No?
No.
Okay. No, okay.
No. Over in Disneyland, you can virtually get anything. Pineapple, lemon, mango, raspberry. You can get them swirled, not swirled. You can add on that Cajun spice on top to make it a little bit more... You can add rum, you can not add rum, you can add juice, you can not add juice, you can have it with some kind of fizzy soda as well. You can have it on top of a slab of melon now, for heaven's sake.
Oh, wow.
But the best thing at all about Dole Whip is it's fat-free, dairy-free, gluten-free, and it has no cholesterol. Come on, baby.
Is there anything actually in it that's any good for you, though?
I don't particularly care. It's fat-free, dairy-free, gluten-free and no cholesterol. That means it's a health food.
Oh, okay.
Didn't you hear the bit where I said it's pineapple?
Oh, yeah, I forgot fruit. That's good, isn't it?
Yeah, it's fruit. Yeah. I must admit, Walt Disney World, Disneyland and the cruise ships, their incarnations are very, very different. They don't quite taste the same. I know that Disneyland Paris brought out their version, but it was called Pineapple Whip. It wasn't quite the same. It was a nice attempt.
Yes, yeah, I'd give it that as well, but it wasn't quite what you're expecting now.
But Jane, come on, let's just face it, on a beautiful hot summer's day like this, who's not for having some Dole Whip?
I must admit, I could demolish one right now.
Sat in a paddling pool.
Sat anywhere cool.
Yeah. I'm just thinking, for my trip on the Disney Cruise Line, I've bought an orange swimsuit, bikini. And right. I was going to put some white sort of edging on it to bound as Nemo. And then I just thought, well, actually, if I wear like my orange bird ears with the swimsuit and I have something yellow somewhere, I surely could bound as the orange bird.
Yeah, or citrus swirl even.
Yeah. That's just entered my head, and I am going to do that. That's going to be a Disney bound for the cruise.
And we will all expect photos as well, Michelle.
And it says I'm in a swimsuit. No, you won't. Next. But yeah, perfect weather for it. Perfect weather for it today.
Definitely.
Hopping over to the Magic Kingdom, there's been a little bit of information revealed about the Hall of Presidents that is going to be opening up again.
Of course, yes.
They've been busily scurrying away, adding President Joe Biden to be the 46th President of the United States. I've seen a little picture, and he's got a nice little pose, and on the table behind him they've got some props, and they've chosen to highlight the fact that he likes to wear those aviator style sunglasses.
Yes, I saw that as well. I thought that was very cute.
So there's some peach blossoms, which is to represent his home state of Delaware.
Okay.
So nice little nods. It's meant to be opening up very, very soon. We shall see and look forward to seeing some videos as it does reopen. And it's nice that they have included him, and it will be different again. You know, I love seeing the changes that they do make, and you know, it's that same old thing that nothing stands still.
And nor should it. Everything should move along and improve and change, and because otherwise we get complacent, don't we? So this is always one to look forward to, isn't it? When they do, you know, get in there and make these adjustments, and interesting to see how the animatronics progress and one thing and another. So yeah, I look forward to seeing the bits of video that will no doubt be coming our way very soon.
Right, the last thing I'd like to discuss really on this week's show is Christmas. Right,
it's July, Michelle.
Well, I missed Christmas because I was ill with COVID, so I felt when I talk about Christmas in July, I'm going to talk about it, love.
Oh, okay. So what about Christmas are we going to talk about?
The Haunted Mansion Holiday Gingerbread House at Disneyland Park.
Okay.
They have released the sketch of it. It's so exciting. It's unlikely I will get there to see it this Christmas, and I am gutted because my lovely friend Stephen Klamowska has said, hey, do you fancy meeting up in Disneyland this Christmas? It's like, no, I want to go. But COVID. Stupid COVID.
Stupid COVID.
Stupid COVID. This year, it is a wonderful, special one to celebrate its 20th season.
Wow, 20 years being at Crikey.
Yeah. So Tim Woolweber, who's an associate art director for Disney Parks, he designed this year's park, and it's basically he's stitched together. I love that. He's stitched together his favourite bits from all the last 19 years.
Wow.
So it's really nice. It's edged on the top with a really cool looking cupcake. There's little bits where there's the gingerbread zombie house on it, so it plays homage to that. It's got Oogie Boogie bug infested house on it. You know, so it's just taken those elements, and I love that because it's what they say in Disney, isn't it? You look to the past to bring in the future.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to share the image of it on our Facebook, on our website, DisneyDreamGirls.com, and you can have a read through all the other bits and pieces that they are putting together, stitching together for this amazing Halloween gingerbread house. But it's so exciting thinking that gingerbread's going to be back this year.
Yeah, because obviously Disneyland wasn't open and Disney World was, but no gingerbread houses were happening. So it's little things like this coming through that gives you that glimmer of hope of normality, or some sort of normality returning anyway.
There's going to be pins and bits and pieces coming in from September 27th over at the Disneyland Resort. So 20 years anniversary.
Wow.
It just makes you really thankful that this year we're getting it back.
Absolutely. We like these traditions, don't we? And then they need to make sure that they keep happening. Especially as, we know that some of the things that are happening this year are kind of scaled down versions of previous incarnations. So it's going to be interesting to see how, events and the like turn out over the next year or so. But let's hope we can get back to all the things that that we love from the past, and they can keep them going and perhaps bring some new life into them at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's all really I've got on the agenda, but sort of linking to what you've said, I was very blessed on Monday to have attended with my son his graduation. Can you believe it? My son has got letters after his name.
Bless. Amazing.
I'm so proud of him, and the fact that it was a proper graduation and we had a picnic on the lawn afterwards. It was just testament to the hard work that he has put in over the last 3 years, his Bachelor of Honours degree, and wishing him all the very, very best in the future.
And you managed to get a little bit of bounding in there as well, didn't you?
Well, come on. If I'm going to go to my son's graduation, of course I'm going to bound as Minnie Mouse. Hello.
And you look very glamorous as well too, Michelle.
Oh, I tell you what, my feet ached. I walked and walked and walked. I think we did something like 12,000 steps going to the different parts of the university to check him in, get his gown, go get the pictures done, go get some more pictures done, find his friends. They had a Prosecco bar, but I was driving, so I couldn't really have any Prosecco. But he kept wanting to go back and get another drink. And, oh, yeah, feet ache at the end of the day, mate.
But worth it.
Absolutely, absolutely. And it's these little things that give us the glimmer of hope that our travels to Walt Disney World and Disneyland will be coming back very soon.
Fingers, toes, everything else crossed.
Yeah. But we are very blessed by a wonderful community that are sharing their fantastic trips. The wonderful Joe has been over in Disneyland and he's shared his birthday trip with us. And it's wonderful to see all of your wonderful memories that you're making, you know, how the parks are looking. It's so fantastic. So please, please, please keep on with that. I know that Linda Walker has been on the Disney cruise, and she surprisingly, she's on the same one as I am in August.
Oh, wow.
I know. I'm going to virtually know everybody on that ship because Matt, Peter, Alyssa, you know, so many people that I know already are going to be there. It's going to be like a big gang meeting. Right, well, we're going to wrap up this week's show. If you want more from us, why not hop on over to our Patreon page, patreon.com/Disney Dreamgirls, where there is additional content if you wish to support us financially. Thank you to those wonderful, amazing, kind-hearted people that do support the show. It makes it so much easier to know that all the hosting fees and everything that we do for the show are taken care of by you lovelies, and I hope our little rewards are worthwhile. We are also over on Instagram and Twitter at Diz Dreamgirls, and our Facebook page, don't forget Disney Dreamgirls Podcast Family, is there for you to share your life of Disney with us. But until next week, it's a goodbye from me.
And it's goodbye from me.